Hello fans, welcome to Berks Catholic for tonight's game between the Conrad Weiser Scouts and the Berks Catholic Saints. I'm alongside Bruce Badgley, and we're hoping to bring you a game just like the game that's delaying the start of this game tonight. We had an overtime thriller in the JV game as Jack Connors takes over on PA and welcomes the teams to tonight's event and the fans. Bruce, we have a big game on tap.
Well, this is our first time at Berks Catholic. There, James, you forgot to introduce yourself. This is James Hine, the man, the myth, the legend here. Also the public address announcer for the Reading Phillies who joins us here. But no, our first time here at Berks Catholic, Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium, the friendly confines. We're al fresco in amongst all the fans here. We wouldn't have it, any other way. But, this is a key matchup here. Section 2 of the Berks League. You've got 4-0 Berks Catholic, 3-1 Conrad Weiser. Berks Catholic 9-2 on the season, and Conrad Weiser 6-7. But Weiser riding a 3-game winning streak. They're coming into this game with a lot of momentum. They seem to have things gelling. And what can you say about Berks Catholic? I mean, they have played a killer schedule all around the state. They're finally back at the friendly confines here, and it's going to be very interesting to see, how they're going to stack up against, Conrad Weiser, one of their traditional Berks League opponents.
Yeah, we saw Conrad Weiser earlier in the year out at Weiser. They took on Muhlenberg and had a tough one there, but they have rebounded and have been playing some good basketball of late. It's our first time seeing Berks Catholic, so it's exciting to see them. Next week we'll be back here and BC TV game to see them take on
Why I'm Missing
here at Berks Catholic, and
I'm
ready to get this one going, Bruce.
Yeah, a lot of good friends here. We did a lot of the football games here this year. In fact, at halftime we're going to have a special guest. Coach Rick Healy will join us at halftime today. Rick, the head coach at Berks Catholic. There was some big news that broke, over the weekend by Paul Roberts. WEEU broke the fact that, Berks Catholic moving up to Section 1 of the Berks League for football and a realignment. So thankfully, Coach Keeley agreed to join us at halftime. And, it's never not football season at Berks Catholic or really, anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania. So we'll have a halftime guest of Rick Healy, so stay tuned for that as well.
Yeah, be sure to stick around. That'll be great. And also after the game for a post-game interview, Bruce will interview the player of the game, and the player of the game will win a nice LL Hoops T-shirt.
Highly coveted. I mean, you would not believe everybody in District 3 now is dying to get one of these LL Hoops T-shirts. So, obviously that's, something post-game that will present to the player of the game out at center court. So kind of a lot of new traditions. This is our first year, doing Berks League. This is our first year doing really LL basketball. I can't thank everybody enough with all the kind comments that we've had about what we're learning by doing here. This is, OJT, and it's really not our job. We're just a bunch of fans out here doing this as, how we would like to see it as fans.
Right.
So we're live streaming it here on LL Hoops. All the games are then, archived on YouTube. So you can do what I do, which is go home and watch the game on the 65-inch. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. Thankfully, they get rid of me early on there, and we can just watch basketball. But, that's a lot of fun as well, is seeing the games after the fact. And, it's such a cozy setting here at Berks Catholic, Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium. And, we're just about to tip it off. But, Berks Catholic, what can you say about them? They were a powerhouse district champion, last year. They were a Berks County champion, district champion last year. 9-2 this year so far. Really going to be in the mix for a county tournament championship again. And, when you look at some of the other teams, in the fray for the Berks County title, you look at your Section 1 teams, Reading High, they're starting to come around. They have played just a killer schedule this year. Had a big win over Lower Merion over the weekend. And take a look at Wilson. I mean, my gosh, they're undefeated so far, ranked number 1 in 6A in the district. So, we've got a lot of really good basketball left for us here. And we're just about ready to get underway. So we'll let our buddy Tom Klitsch, who's manning our camera, kind of put his arms down. And we'll get ready for some action there. Right, Lewis?
Yeah, we'll send it down to Jack Connors on PA, and we'll be back with you shortly.
What's his name? What's his name?
Tom.
Tom. Try to get the introduction of players.
And you can go out on the court.
Nick. Make sure you get the introduction for Conrad Weiser. He's going to do...
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the prayer.
I hope you get the flag. What's the name?
Heavenly Father, we ask for your blessing upon these young men as they compete under your guidance and protection. Grant wisdom and understanding to their coaches and trainers. And for those in attendance, may their enthusiasm be filled with respect for all. We ask these things through Christ our Lord. Amen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in celebrating America's freedom. And to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, please remain seated if you can. Gentlemen, please renew your prayer. And everyone, please join with Miss Haley Zampino in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Miss Haley Zampino.
Get ready for Conrad Weiser, the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Berks Catholic High School for the best of PIAA basketball. Tonight, let's welcome the Scouts of Conrad Weiser and meet their starting lineup. In the backcourt of guard, wearing number 4, Shaquem Davis. Up throwing forward, number 14, Alex McKenzie. And a guard, number 24, Drew Druckenmiller. A forward, number 25, Matt Noel. And the center, number 33, Jake Plummer. The head coach is Boy Harrison. His assistants are Jeff Sowers, Phil Slipper, and Dennis Murente. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scouts of Conrad Weiser. And now the starting 5 for the Saints of Berks Catholic. A 6-foot forward, wearing number 5, Terrence Diller. A 6'7" center man, number 11, Luke Payton. A 6'3" guard, number 13, Casey Jack. A 5'6" point guard, number 3, Luis Garcia. And a 6'3" forward, number 12, Aaron Mitchell. The head coach is Skip Esterly. His assistants, Pat Ashcroft, Tate Esterly, Hammond Furman, and Cooper Coach. The AD is Bill Hess. Ladies and gentlemen, the Saints of Berks Catholic.
All right, here we go.
going to be loud in here tonight, Bruce.
Well, I don't think it'd be anything but loud considering, Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium. I called it the friendly confines, but, a lot of character here. This goes back to the days of, Holy Name and that, and, it's just going to be a lot of fun, that's for sure. Two conference opponents here going at it. Let's see what happens.
Luke Payton and Jake Plummer will battle for the tip here as we're about to be underway at Berks Catholic, and here we go. And we start the game with a violation.
Well, something. I wish they had mic'd refs in basketball too, but.
Same result as the ball is settled by Casey Jack. Gets it over to Kyron Mitchell for a missed three-point opportunity, rebounded by Alex McKenzie. We saw the Scouts take on Muhlenberg, and Alex McKenzie was a big part of the offense and defense there for the Scouts.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Conrad Weiser, they like to move the ball inside. The bad part for them is the fact that Berks Catholic is pretty stout on the inside as well.
Great play there by Casey Jack to steal that away. Behind the back pass to Terrence Durr. He gets it back to Jack, and they flip it around. Get it inside to Luke Payton, out to Luis Garcia. And we got a foul underneath. That'll be on Matt Knoll.
Weiser opening up in the zone there, and that probably makes a lot of sense considering how Berks Catholic likes to pound it inside. It looks like we may have a double technical.
High intensity
or maybe a
here.
double personal.
Foul is called by number 25, Matt Knoll.
Yeah, wow. Looks like the technical's on Matt Knoll for some reason. I don't know. He must have said the wrong thing.
Knoll was the one that the foul was on, and then
okay.
Knoll had some words with Kyron Mitchell, and the ref didn't want any part of it. He's trying to keep it calm here in the early going.
There's going to be a lot of bumping and grinding underneath here tonight, so I can understand why the refs are trying to keep it calm.
So we'll have an inbounds pass from underneath the basket. It'll be Kyron Mitchell.
Eventually here. I'm not sure what the officials are talking about, but all right, ready for some action.
Mitchell gets the ball out to Casey Jack, who gets it to Luis Garcia. It's underneath to Terrence Durr. Spins around, gets the ball back out. Mishandled by Luke Payton, but Jack recovers as that pass goes in between the legs of Kyron Mitchell, and then the turnover will go to the Scouts.
Yeah, clearly, Weiser, like I said, they're backing the defense way down in there, knowing for Berks Catholic that they're going to really try and push the ball inside to Luke Payton and Durr and Mitchell.
A straight pass from Shaquem Davis, recovered by Drew Druckenmiller. As Alex McKenzie for a three from the point, in and out. Loose ball rebounded by Shaquem Davis, goes up and puts it in.
Wow, in amongst the four people there. Nice move there by Davis.
As the Saints pass the ball around the perimeter, Garcia gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell cross court to Jack, drives the lane, goes up hard, can't get it to go. Loose basketball settled by Alex McKenzie just before it goes out of bounds.
Weiser really coming out aggressive to start this game.
Here's Davis now, driving the basket again. Garcia in coverage, good defense. And then the foul underneath on Jake Plummer. Looks like it's going to be on Luke Payton.
Weiser not backing down. They are just really going at the basket. Draws the foul.
Foul was on Terrence Durr. So Plummer will take his first free throw attempts of the night. He's got number one.
It's so cool watching it under the basket there.
As the second free throw attempt by Plummer goes around the rim and comes out, as Garcia brings the ball up court. Gets it off to Mitchell, back to Garcia, around to Jack. And get it inside there to Payton.
In and out. I tell you what, Weiser is just not giving an inch inside at all. They're contesting everything.
Here's Alex McKenzie now with the basketball. Plummer comes to the point. Alex McKenzie doesn't use it, drives to the lane, misses the layup. It's recovered here by Kyron Mitchell. And here come the Saints. Underneath to Terrence Durr. He puts it in for two. Nice play.
Boy, he's set up on the side of the lane there. Great interior pass and nice easy layup.
Here's Shaquem Davis. Gets the ball into Plummer. And back to McKenzie. Thinks about a deep three. Doesn't take it. And looks for someone to distribute the basketball to. Gets it over to Davis. Garcia covering him. A deep shot for three by Druckenmiller. No go. And here come the Saints as Jack pushes it up court. A nice bounce pass to Terrence Durr.
Boy, Weiser a little bit asleep on that play. Didn't get back fast enough. And nice pass there from Jack to Durr.
And Casey Jack now covering Alex McKenzie. The ball comes to Shaquem Davis. He gets it around to Druckenmiller. Picks up his dribble, but gets it off to Sam Schoner. Schoner snuck into the game on us, Bruce, as he drives the lane, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Luke Payton. And he gets it off to Garcia, who will slowly bring it up court for the Saints. Here's Casey Jack, rejected by Jake Plummer. What a play there. And we have a foul on Jack as McKenzie tried to get away and bring the ball up court for the Scouts.
Boy, give a lot of credit to Weiser. They are really playing hard out there. They're not giving an inch. Berks Catholic kind of countering here, bringing in Brandon George, an all-state football player. So we'll see how rough and tumble it gets inside now.
Here comes Shaquem Davis, guarded closely by Luis Garcia. And the ball finds its way back to McKenzie, takes the shot, can't get it to go. There's Brandon George underneath, can't grab the rebound. And Shaquem Davis again underneath the net, this time puts it in and the foul.
Davis, they have him listed as 6 foot. And he's rather slender out there. He's just powered up again. That time took the ball away from Brandon George, who's 6'4", 240.
And here's the free throw attempt by Davis. And he gets it to go. 6-4 lead here in the early going. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter as the Saints look to respond and tie the game or take the lead. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Sam Schoner. He gets it up court. Here's Druckenmiller for three. Got it.
Wow. Conrad Weiser came to play tonight, that's for sure. They're just daring Berks Catholic to shoot from out. They're running this 2-3 zone.
And the cross-court pass goes to Jack. Here goes Garcia driving the lane. He's fouled. Can't get it to go. He'll shoot two.
Well, it's a pretty interesting move by Conrad Weiser. They're just pulling themselves back. They're almost daring Berks Catholic to take that outside jumper. Berks Catholic's not biting, though. They're working for the good shot. They're trying to penetrate that defense to get a good shot off.
Nick Gaspari will check in. He'll relieve Terrence Durr, and Luis Garcia will attempt his second free throw. 9-4 lead now for the Scouts as Garcia gets the second shot to fall. And Shaquem Davis will bring the ball up court for the Scouts. Garcia's been blanketing him all night so far in the first quarter here.
Yeah, and Davis has done the damage inside.
Oh, a nice play there by Casey Jack. He should have an easy layup, and he does. Puts it in. Beautiful play there by Jack. And there's Garcia trying to make something happen.
Yeah, you know, just like with anything, you really have to value the basketball. You know, don't take unnecessary chances. And in that particular case, he just got his pocket picked, and it was off to the races.
Here's Schoner to inbound the basketball. Can't find anybody. And 5 seconds is called. It'll be Saints basketball.
Oh, timeout. No, looks like Weiser
Okay.
called time.
Weiser snuck that one in on us.
Thank you very much to Daryl Tillman. The Scholastic Sports Realtor, Remax of Reading, supports the LL Hoops Berks Beat broadcast. And our friends at Reading Alloys, call 610-693-5822. Plenty of good jobs available at Reading Alloys. And Landis Express, hiring CDL drivers. Give them a call today.
A good timeout there by Coach Billy Harrison. And Schoner will look to inbound the basketball again. He gets it to Alex McKenzie, covered by Casey Jack. Running out of space there on the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like he dribbled the ball on the line. I think he ran into Coach Harrison. Coach Harrison there going down the sideline too.
Garcia gets the ball quickly to Mitchell, and then they try to get it inside, and the ball's loose, recovered by the Scouts. They push it up court quickly. Here's McKenzie, thinks about a three, drives the lane, takes on a body, can't get it to go. Davis gets it back in from the baseline, out to Druckenmiller for three, short, rebounded by Casey Jack.
Well, a couple of nice looks there by Conrad Weiser. A little bit of bad shooting luck. Nice steal there by McKenzie.
Schoner settles it. He gets it off to Davis, and here come the Scouts again. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter as Davis gets the ball to Sam Schoner, and we have a kick basketball by Casey Jack. It'll stay with the Scouts.
Kind of the first time that I've been able to be close enough to my buddy Lewis here to be able to watch a little of the broadcast on monitor. It's great stuff.
McKenzie tried to find Plummer underneath. It's taken away. Pass out to Garcia, and he takes care of business.
Yeah, that fast break. You just can't beat that.
As McKenzie now dribbles up court. Covered here by Casey Jack. Plummer sets a pick. McKenzie uses it. Brandon George now on McKenzie. McKenzie picks up his dribble, gets it over to Schoner. Schoner to Druckenmiller. Druckenmiller dribbling to the point, gets it off to Shaquem Davis.
Berks Catholic definitely picked up the defensive pressure. They're really extending that defense out beyond the three-point line, but nice one there by Plummer.
Jake Plummer finishing the play started by Shaquem Davis. And it's an 11-9 lead for the Scouts as Garcia takes a deep three. Can't get it to go. George bats it around, but Plummer settles it for the Scouts. Gets it off to McKenzie, and he'll bring it up court.
Well, it looks like they're going to try and work for the last shot. About 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. They're up 11-9. Not a lot of people thought that was going to happen.
And McKenzie driving towards the baseline, brings it back out. Davis cuts to the basket. Not open, so McKenzie pulls back, takes a fadeaway shot, can't get it to go.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there, James.
No problem, Bruce. Here comes the Saints as Garcia looks like he'll be content to settle for the last shot.
Yeah, sure does. Yeah, I was surprised that Weiser released the basketball there.
Mitchell, back to Garcia, back to Mitchell, back to Garcia. And Luis Garcia tries to get it underneath to Brandon George, can't do it. And the Scouts will hold it for the end of the quarter.
Well, pretty surprising result at the end of one with Conrad Weiser up 11-9. But they really proved to be very aggressive on the interior there. Very interesting defense with that zone, basically begging Berks Catholic to shoot from out. They weren't too successful at any of those three-pointers at all either. Thanks to our friends at Sporty Fox for supporting our broadcast. Anytime, anywhere, use your phone or tablet to manage your team or organization. The Sporty Fox app is available free. Download it on the App Store today. And our friends at Alvernia University and the Vern Sports Network, we can't do this broadcast without their support. Thank you very much, Alvernia University. Really nice setup tonight here. We're all actually can see some of the broadcast there. Good job by our producer, Lewis. Thanks to our buddy Tom Klitsch for pitching in tonight and helping out with those great under-the-basket shots. Had a lot of good comments about those from the fans.
Here we go, second quarter underway as Davis has the basketball for the Scouts. Pick set by Jake Plummer. He gets it off to Druckenmiller for three. Got it.
Boy, he does. He likes to shoot it, and I can understand with that one. Nice three-pointer there by Druckenmiller.
And here come the Saints. Garcia gets it over to Mitchell. Back to Garcia. Ball goes to Gaspari. And now Mitchell trying to decide what he wants to do with the basketball. He's fouled in the process.
And Coach Harrison, even with a little different look there, that zone defense, but extending it further out there. So really getting aggressive out there on the defensive end. Berks Catholic, not a lot of good looks at the basket so far.
As now Garcia gets it off to Durr, who checked back into the game. And a lot of passes around the perimeter, as you mentioned, Bruce. It's tough to get the ball inside when there's three guys standing at the rim.
Well, they're just totally collapsing in there. They're making him shoot from out. George with the board there, though, and he's fouled.
Showed off the wingspan there to grab that rebound.
Well, he definitely was occupying some space underneath.
Ball is on number 14, Alex McKenzie. On the line for a pair, number 21, Brandon George.
First shot for George, no good. 14-9 the score. 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the second quarter. As the second shot from George is good to knock this down to a 4-point lead. McKenzie gets the inbound pass and gets it right back to Shaquem Davis. As Davis dribbles around, gets it to Druckenmiller, who's hit a couple threes here in the early going for the Scouts. He dribbles around, covered by Kyron Mitchell. And the ball goes out to the point. Nice pass by Plummer to Shaquem Davis, and he finishes it.
Boy, Davis, he has just been a monster getting to the basket. 6-point advantage for Weiser.
Here's Casey Jack now with the basketball, trying to decide where to go. Gets it to Garcia. Over to Mitchell, drives the lane, pulls up, gets it off. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Alex McKenzie, and he'll push it up court. He's got Druckenmiller, who'll take the quick shot and got it.
He does not mind shooting it. That's a 9-point lead for Weiser, and timeout, Berks Catholic. Wow. I think Coach Esterly's going to have a few things to say to the troops there at Berks Catholic.
Druckenmiller heating up here for the Scouts.
Yeah, he's been special from out so far. He has missed one, but boy, he's been dynamite. Especially, you give him a little bit of space, and he's been deadly.
Great catch and release shown by Drew Druckenmiller. And we'll see what the Saints do out of this timeout.
I don't think that there was a person in this gymnasium that if you would have told them that Conrad Weiser was going to be up by 9 points at any juncture of this game, that they would have believed what you were telling them.
Similar to the last game we called with Exeter and Muhlenberg, as the Saints answered quickly after the timeout.
Yeah, good play there. Gave it to Jack at the free throw line, extended, and he knocked down the jumper. Just what the doctor ordered for Berks Catholic there.
A reach there by Luis Garcia on Shaquem Davis. And the inbounds pass comes to Alex McKenzie. And the Scouts will set up their offense. They get it to Plummer. who gets it to Davis, dribbles up towards the point, gets it off to Schoner, who loses the basketball. Kyron Mitchell in coverage, and we got a backcourt violation.
Yeah, good pressure defense there by Kieran Mitchell. And I think that's what Berks Catholic's got to do. They've got to pick up the defensive effort a little bit further away from the basket, and especially get somebody in Druckenmiller's face.
As the Saints pass the ball around the perimeter, Garcia tries to drive the lane, and there's Schoner to take that pass away as Davis drives the lane again. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Terrence Durr. He loses the basketball, and it'll be Scouts ball off of Durr's knee.
I'll tell you what, Conrad Weiser really mixing it up inside there. They are not being denied that basketball wherever it is inside there, whether it's Davis or Plummer.
And McKenzie will inbound the ball, gets it to Davis, out to Plummer. As Jake Plummer playing a lot of offense at the three-point line, distributing the basketball to McKenzie and Davis and Druckenmiller. As now the ball touched for the first time there by Tommy Byrne. He gets it inside to Plummer, who can't finish. Rebounded by Luke Payton, and he gets it out to Garcia.
Boy, he had a good look right there at the basket and couldn't make it go down.
As the ball goes around the perimeter again for the Saints, there's Garcia, an open three. No good. Rebounded by Mitchell. He gets it.
Boy, killer offensive rebound there by Kieran Mitchell. But, Conrad Weiser's going to stay back in that zone defense until Berks Catholic shows that they can knock down one of those perimeter jumpers.
As Davis gets it out to McKenzie. Thinks about it, and now dribbling around the perimeter, drives the lane on Casey Jack. Jack stops him, but McKenzie able to get it to go after getting Jack off balance.
Nice move there. And there it is. I mean, once again, Conrad Weiser taking over on the inside, something that nobody thought was going to happen before this game.
Casey Jack thinks about a deep three as he passes it around the perimeter now to Garcia and Mitchell. As Garcia now back to Jack. He takes the three off the back of the rim, rebounded by Davis. Here's McKenzie up the court quickly, taking on Jack, lays it in.
Wow, look at there. I mean, back to a 9-point advantage, 3:37 until halftime.
As Garcia plays catch with Durr, they get it around to Mitchell. Gets it underneath to Payton, out to Mitchell. Mitchell looks around, back down to Payton. He gets it to Garcia. Garcia drives, puts up a shot, can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's what they got to do. I mean, Lewis is going to have to start penetrating that defense. They're going to have to collapse on him, and then, that's where hopefully he can find the open man. In that particular case, took the shot and got sent to the line.
First shot for Garcia is good, as we'll have some substitutions here. Gigi Montanard and Drew Druckenmiller will check in for the Scouts. And it'll be Matt Harley checking in for the Saints.
And don't forget, at halftime, gang, we're going to have a very special guest. Head coach Rick Keeley of Berks Catholic football going to sit down with me and talk a little bit about the changes at Berks Section 1.
There's Davis again underneath the rim, fighting for a rebound, preserved the possession for a little bit before Gigi Montanard lost control, goes out of bounds, and it is Berks Catholic basketball. As Garcia dribbles around the pick set by Casey Jack, they get the ball into Harley.
Boy, Coach, Conrad Weiser coach Billy Harrison really imploring his troops out there to stay intense.
Garcia with the shot. Wow. He gets the jumper to go.
Well, just exactly what Berks Catholic need. They've got to start taking some of those jumpers and making them for Conrad Weiser to adjust their defense.
And Davis gets it off to McKenzie. He settles it. Here's a pick by Schoner. McKenzie for three. No go, goes out of bounds. It'll be Saints basketball.
All right, Berks Catholic now with an opportunity. They're down only 6 here with 2:24 till halftime to try and, get this lead for Conrad Weiser down.
There's Payton underneath. They get it out to Garcia. He dribbles into the lane, takes a shot, gets it to go.
Luis Garcia starting to take over there with that dribble penetration into the lane, and he's making the jumpers. Conrad Weiser's going to have to adjust to that.
And here's Schoner with the basketball. Druckenmiller now.
Yeah, they got
Guarded
Kieran Mitchell
tightly.
in his face now. They're not going to let him make those threes.
And Shaquem Davis now with the basketball. Driving to the lane, Casey Jack in coverage. Loose ball recovered by Garcia, and he'll bring it up court.
They've
There's
kept
Mitchell driving the lane. Gets it back to Garcia for 3. He's got it.
Well, this quarter it's been the Luis Garcia show. Nice jumper there. Just what Berks Catholic needed. They've kept Luke Payton down in the low post and really been working the offense, down low to him, and then him passing it back out to Garcia for the dribble drive there. So that's worked pretty effectively since the timeout.
Here's Gigi Montanard now with the basketball. Payton on him as he gets it off to Shaquem Davis. Garcia in coverage.
Yeah, you can see the Berks Catholic stuck Kieran Mitchell on Druckenmiller. Oh, nice move, nice one there.
Matt Harley grabbed the ball right out of midair and gets it to Casey Jack. And here come the Saints again. Garcia thinks about it, drives, can't get there, dishes it out to Jack. And Matt Harley for 3.
Boy, not afraid to shoot that. Nice one there by Harley. He's a freshman.
And now the Saints with their first lead of the game, 25-23. As we count down towards halftime with 15 seconds remaining. The Scouts with the basketball. McKenzie dribbling around the point. He's taking on Harley. Turns around, shoots the jumper, gets it to go.
Alex McKenzie.
Garcia gets it off in time. It's no good off the backboard. And we're going to halftime tied at 25.
Boy, very interesting, half of basketball. Conrad Weiser really, ruled the inside, but then just a flurry of activity by Berks Catholic to come back and, tie this game up. Actually, they just changed the score to 25-24. So.
All right, 25-24 at the half
PC.
here at Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium at Berks Catholic High School.
We'll be back in a couple minutes with Berks Catholic head coach Rick Keeley. Welcome back to Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium. I'm Bruce Badgley, and I'm honored to have Coach Rick Healy join me from Berks Catholic. Rick, thanks so much. How have you been?
Yeah, I've been very good, thank you. Enjoying a little free time here now, watching the kids play basketball, but yeah, I've been doing pretty good.
Well, good. I saw Paul Roberts broke some news over the weekend where Berks Catholic is moving up into Section 1 of the Berks League. I know that you and I had a conversation, a couple years ago when you moved up to, 4A, and talking about playing some of the bigger schools. Wow, now you're, obviously you're going to be playing the likes of Reading High, Governor Mifflin. You already have Exeter actually as, a non-league game. But, how does that feel?
Oh, it feels good. I mean, you're coaching football. You want your team to be as good as it can be, and you want to play the best competition out there. And the best competition in Berks County are the schools up there in Berks 1. You hear those coaches talking all the time that there's no week off in Berks 1. So I'm looking forward to the competition up there.
Well, along with that, too, you've been playing a pretty killer non-league schedule, along with that. Playing the likes of McDonough, Malvern Prep. I'm sure maybe, Bill will, cut you a little slack on your schedule when you're playing, Section 1 schedule there. But, playing the likes of like Reading High. Have you ever played, those schools before, when you were Holy Name or what have you?
Oh, yeah. Way back when, my very first game as a head coach for Holy Name was against Reading High. And, we had a pretty good team that year, and we were lucky enough to beat them. So to go to Albright and beat Reading High, very first year coaching, I felt pretty good about that. And we played Reading High on and off over the years, and we played Governor Mifflin on and off over the years in some non-league games. So it'll be nice to start playing those schools again. And, for a long time, Holy Name, when we're in the league with all the Berks County schools, we were playing Exeter every year. We were playing Muhlenberg every year. So it'll be kind of nice to get back playing those schools again.
Well, I tell you what, for me as, kind of watching Berks, football the way that I have, it's just going to be tremendous to see the heavyweights, battle it out in the center of the ring. And, boy, if we could ever get Wilson to face off against, somebody other than Governor Mifflin in a non-league game, it'd be really interesting around here, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, they're the cream of the crop. And, I guess 3 years ago we did scrimmage Wilson at Daniel Boone. And, our kids really played well against them. So, that's something that may lay off in there in the future. But, that's the team to beat in Berks County. You got to beat the Bulldogs if you want to be the best.
Now, does that mean that, I guess the big question that I saw, are you guys going to continue the backyard brawl and still play Wyomissing?
I hope so. I mean, Bob Wolfram's a great coach, and his kids always play hard. I hope that we'll be able to line up with them in a non-league game and, keep that rivalry going. I really enjoy playing the Spartans.
Well, I tell you what, and, I think that for competitive balance of the league, even forgetting about Section 1, looking at the fact that Weiser, Wyo, Twin Valley, Schuylkill Valley, and Fleetwood, all being in the same league there, I think that really will elevate, all those schools. I know that, Kutztown's got a lot of attention, to try and elevate that program back up. So I think that it's going to, help Berks 2 as much as it will Berks 1. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I think so. Whenever you have good competition, that's good for your league. And, Twin Valley and Conrad Weiser, they're stepping down into Section 2, and we're stepping up into Section 1. So, the competition, those schools will be good, competing against each other, which makes for some better football games.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a real thrill, over the last couple years, watching Berks Catholic elevate themselves to really the upper echelon of the state of Pennsylvania. I just wish you all the luck in the world. Moving forward, obviously this next season, we're thinking about 2020 already, but you've got another season, upcoming this year. You had a lot of, seniors, great seniors, this last year. What would you expect for the team, for 2019?
Well, we had 29 seniors this year, and there are a lot of good players in that group of seniors, and they set the bar really high. And, these young kids watch those guys play for 3 years, and, we have the kids in the weight room now. They're working hard. So, they're going to give their best shot next year when it's their turn to do it. And, I wish our seniors good luck in college. A lot of them are going to have to play college football. And,
right.
and they'll all come back to see us play, and I'm excited to see them when they come back. So we're in a pretty good place right now. You know, our program is good. Our kids are outstanding. You know, I have a great coaching staff. A lot of the guys played for me. So, you know, I just hope to see us keep getting better and better.
Well, and, you know, we'll be doing, you know, more of these live stream broadcasts of your game. I know that your daughter lives down in Alabama there. Hopefully she'll, you know, get a chance to watch the football games and what have you. But, you know, thank you so much, Coach. Wish you all the best here this upcoming offseason next year. And I'm sure we'll be talking, you know, not here too far distant future, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Go
Appreciate it.
Saints.
And we're back here at Berks Catholic, Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium. Berks Catholic basketball to start the second half. Tie ball game, 25-25 as they fix the score over halftime, Bruce.
What happened with that? I mean,
Scorekeeper must have just got a little confused at the end of that half, and Berks Catholic passes the ball around the perimeter as the Scouts come out again in that 2-3 zone defense, and it looks like Berks Catholic has figured out a new way to beat that press, and Durr had the ball underneath, loses it, and it's recovered by Matt Knoll, who gets it up to Shaquem Davis to finish it off.
Boy, that's been a broken record tonight. Shaquem Davis has just been a force on the inside.
Here's Garcia, gets it off to Mitchell. Back to Garcia as Durr sets a pick on Shaquem Davis as Garcia runs by. They get the ball down now into the corner to Durr. He tries to get it underneath to Payton, knocked away.
That is just some suffocating defense in there. They are not allowing the ball inside. Great defense by Conrad Weiser.
Druckenmiller gets it into Jake Plummer. Plummer tries to drive the lane, loses the basketball, and a foul's called here on Luke Payton.
Now, Conrad Weiser came to play tonight. That is for sure.
Here comes Brandon George checking in to relieve Luke Payton as Druckenmiller will inbound the basketball. He gets it off to Plummer. Plummer out to McKenzie, guarded by Casey Jack. Into the corner to Plummer, or Druckenmiller. He can't get it to go, and rebounded by the Saints.
All right, let's see, what Coach Esserly's going to do here to get some offensive movement.
Their third attempt here at this 2-3 defense here in the second half. As Casey Jack thought about a three, drives the lane, loses the basketball. Shaquem Davis brings it up court, tries to weave in between Garcia and George, and the ball goes out off the Saints.
3 straight possessions. Berks Catholic had the ball taken away by Conrad Weiser in the lane.
They have to, it seems like they have to get that shot off before those players collapse on them, because as soon as they stop and look to pass, the ball's gone.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, James.
And here comes Druckenmiller underneath to inbound the basketball now for the Scouts. He gets it to Alex McKenzie. As Shaquem Davis cutting to the basket, but Garcia covered him well. McKenzie still has it, gets it off to Plummer. Plummer drives against George, picks up his dribble, gets it out to Davis, who drives and takes a shot, gets it to go.
Shaquem Davis, 6-foot senior guard, has really played one whale of a ball game so far for Conrad Weiser.
And the Scouts open up a 4-point lead here early in the third quarter as Durr gets it back to Garcia. And now Mitchell has it, gets it into Casey Jack, drives the basket, can't get it to go. Ball's loose, Jack has it, fight for it. Plummer has it, and it's knocked off the hands of Brandon George, and will be Scout basketball.
And Berks Catholic, boy, they just, I mean, there's 4 turnovers in a row to start this second half. Now, they're only down 4 points, but, boy, they've got to value that basketball.
And Alex McKenzie will bring the ball up court here for the Scouts. He gets it off to Shaquem Davis. He gets it over to Matt Knoll, back to McKenzie for 3, and it's good.
That is not his mantra, but I tell you what, Conrad Weiser, sharp shooting it from the outside tonight.
Just about 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3 minutes have ticked off the clock, and there are the first points for the Saints. Brandon George with the lay-in.
Just what the doctor ordered there. Nice pass inside from Jack to George. Easy lay-in.
Kyron Mitchell trying to get something going on the defensive side of the basketball for the Saints, but the ball trickles out of bounds, and now he kicks it out of bounds as Matt Knoll tries to inbound the basketball to Alex McKenzie.
Berks Catholic, full court, man-to-man here to try and get a little energy.
And there's the pass into McKenzie. As Casey Jack has been battling McKenzie all night. McKenzie has gotten off a couple of three-point shots, made a few. As he drives the lane on Jack, gets it up and off the glass,
Alex
and it's good.
McKenzie playing one whale of a game for Conrad Weiser. They're up 7, 4:35 left in the third quarter.
Gaspari with the basketball, trying to find where he wants to distribute it. Gets it back to the point to Garcia, who gets it over to Mitchell. Back to Garcia, who dribbles around, drives the lane, can't get it to go. Knocked away by Shaquem Davis.
Shaquem Davis doing it on the defensive end there for Conrad Weiser. They've got the ball now up 7.
And then here's Knoll's pass back into McKenzie, as Jack will cover him as he brings the ball up court. Hands it off now to Shaquem Davis. And Garcia's been covering Davis all night. Davis gets it underneath to Jake Plummer, back to Davis, who drives the baseline, back to Plummer. Plummer on George, goes up for it, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, can't get it. Plummer again, third time's the charm.
Jake Plummer there. He's a 6'5" sophomore, and he was not going to be denied on that one.
As the Weiser fans get a little rowdy over here on to the left of us, the Saints settle in on offense as Mitchell for a deep 3. He gets it to go.
That's what I said all night. Berks Catholic is going to have to show Conrad Weiser they can make the outside shot just so that they can get him out of that collapsing zone.
With how tight that defense is, they're going to have to start shooting some shots that are contested as Garcia lays it in and takes the foul from Davis.
Interesting there, really, you know, Davis was beaten, still went up to try for the block, and unfortunately got a little bit of the body there of Garcia. And a timeout for Conrad Weiser. Thank you to Daryl Tillman, the Scholastic Sports Realtor. Contact him at RE/MAX of Reading for all your real estate requirements. Our friends at Reading Alloys, they underwrite our BCTV broadcasts, which resume this upcoming Thursday. Lots of jobs available at Reading Alloys. Give them a call. Landis Express, also hiring CDLA drivers. Give him a call.
During the commercial break, Bruce mentioned our BCTV broadcast. The next one coming up on Thursday. Daniel Boone at Muhlenberg, 7:30 p.m. on BCTV. As Garcia misses the three-point attempt.
Luke Payton over the back there. Those fouls are going to be pretty valuable down the stretch.
That's Payton's second foul. As Matt Knoll tries to get the ball in, he finally gets it to Druckenmiller. And Knoll lofts it to Shaquem Davis, who drives towards the basket and pulls it back out and settles the ball down here for the Scouts.
Yeah, look for Conrad Weiser to really kind of take a little bit of the air out of the basketball, work for the good shot inside, which they really have all night. It looks like we have an offensive foul for a moving screen. Looked like on Alex McKenzie there. That was a little bit tough.
And the Saints looking to close this 4-point lead on this possession. Garcia thinks about a deep three. Gets it out to the point now to Mitchell. Mitchell to Gaspari, and he's got the three.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered for Berks Catholic, making a nice outside jumper there.
As Knoll gets to Druckenmiller. Casey Jack knocked down on his way up to way back on defense. Plummer gets the rebound, but steps on the line, and it'll go back to the Saints.
Well, down only one. You know, it looks like Conrad Weiser has been dominating this game, but Berks Catholic down only one here with just about 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
The Scouts go up by a couple points here, and then the Saints answer quickly. That's another three by Gaspari, and there's another lead for Berks Catholic.
Boy, he's brought a spark to him here in the third quarter with two nice three-pointers, and that gives him a 2-point lead just that quick.
38-36, 1 minute, 45 seconds left here in the third quarter as Shaquem Davis drives towards the basket, pulls up for a shot. It's short, rebounded by Casey Jack. He gets it to Garcia, who gets it up to Payton real quick, lays it in, and extends the lead for the Saints, and a timeout on the court.
Well, I tell you what, they were a little bit lazy getting back on defense, and Luke Payton bolted for the basket. Nice pass there, and got the easy fast break bucket. Going to be interesting, James, to see what you know, Coach Harrison does there. You know, for Conrad Weiser, they played so well for most of this game, and now within the matter of about 1 minute, the tide has turned. They're down 4. It's going to be really interesting to see what he does on the defensive end now to adjust to Berks Catholic, you know, sinking some of these outside shots. I mean, that was one of the things that I, you know, talked early on about, is the fact that until BC started making some of those jumpers, I mean, Conrad Weiser was just going to hang back.
Mm-hmm. And here's Knoll to inbound the basketball. Gets it to McKenzie, and McKenzie will bring it up court, covered by Casey Jack. As as there's Gigi Montanard with the basketball now, gets it off to Knoll. Off to McKenzie, thought about it for a minute, and gets the ball over to Schoner. Schoner to Davis, and Davis now covered by Gaspari, who's hit a couple of threes here to get the Saints the lead.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of defensive pressure on Davis now. Nice block there by Luke Payton.
Beautiful play there by Payton. And it will be Scout basketball as Davis inbounds it to Knoll. Knoll gets it back to Davis. He's covered there by Tyron Mitchell. And a reach in there by Mitchell.
Well, Berks Catholic's really stepped up the defensive pressure. You know, Luke Payton there, I mean, he's done a great job on the inside. He's been hustling down the court on the fast break as well.
Knoll finds Davis underneath the basket. Davis can't handle it, and Gaspari handles it for the Saints, gets it off to Garcia, and here come the Saints looking to extend their lead. Mitchell thinks about it. Garcia takes it. Got it.
Incredible how things have changed since Berks Catholic started nailing the outside jumpers.
30 seconds remaining as the Scouts look to answer these last three three-point shots from the Saints. As McKenzie has it, there's Gaspari wreaking some havoc there on the defensive end. The Scouts recover.
He's been a real spark plug off the bench, that's for sure.
15 seconds left. McKenzie settling it at the point, gets it off to Davis. And we'll see what the Scouts have in store for their final shot as he turns it over. Davis turns it over. Garcia brings it up court, drives the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go. Davis with the rebound as time expires. We head to the fourth quarter. The score, Berks Catholic 43, Conrad Weiser 36.
Wow, how fast it turned there. But Nick Gaspari, boy, has he been a spark plug there. You know, give credit where credit is due. You know, Luis Garcia started to hit some jumpers there. Nick Gaspari had a good shooting third quarter. Kieran Mitchell knocked down some outside shots. And, you know, that's what I've been saying all along. I mean, Conrad Weiser was giving them those shots, and they were just going to hang back there until, you know, in that collapsing zone defense until BC started making them. Now I believe that's going to force Coach Harrison out into some kind of a pressure man-to-man, you know, to at least counteract that a little bit.
Change it around and give him something new to look at. Four fouls here for the Saints, 2 fouls on the Scouts. The score 43-36 in favor of Berks Catholic. We're coming to you live from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium as we have 8 minutes remaining here in the game.
The final quarter, the fourth quarter, here we go. But, you know, and even from that was a fairly clean quarter. Really only had 6 fouls in the quarter, only 2 by Conrad Weiser. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out coming down the stretch. Love the chess match. There's a nice move to McKenzie.
McKenzie finishes the play after the feed from Jake Plummer and cuts the lead to 5.
Yeah, it's got to make Coach Harrison feel really good coming out of the quarter with that kind of quality play.
Mitchell thinks about it, dribbles it inside. There's Garcia for 3, in and out, rebounded by Payton. He goes up with it. He's fouled in the process, and it'll become a 2-point trip to the free throw line.
Well, it's and in the third quarter too, Luke Payton started to you know, show his presence on the inside as well. Going to be tough for Conrad Weiser to hang with Luke Payton, that's for sure.
The first attempt from Payton is good, and Shaquem Davis checks back in. We'll see if Weiser brings back Drew Druckenmiller. He's hit a couple of threes for them. If the lead gets extended here for the Saints, we might see Druckenmiller as they try to close that lead quickly, as the second shot rebounded by Plummer off the hand of Davis, who wasn't expecting it. And it'll be Berks Catholic basketball.
Yeah, not a good one there, but
The Scouts still in the 2-3 zone. Garcia from the corner can't get it to go, and a foul here on Luke Payton, and it'll be Scout basketball.
Yeah, I think that's his third, so still a couple fouls to give here in the fourth quarter. But, you know, Luke is going to be pretty valuable to BC down the stretch. They still are up 6, and now about 7:15 left in the game.
As Davis brings the ball up court, gets it off to McKenzie. Davis cuts to the basket, and Gigi Montanard follows him. McKenzie follows Montanard towards the lane. Goes up for 2, can't get it to go, but fouled in the process. He'll head to the line.
Coach Billy Harrison is just Mr. Animation on the sideline there. You gotta love it. He is living this game along with his players there, and you know, you really like that from a coach.
So we'll see what McKenzie can do here. 6-point lead for the Saints. 7 minutes, 5 seconds remain. The first shot is good. That's the second foul there on Casey Jack, as McKenzie will take his second free throw off the front of the rim, rebounded by Payton, who gets it off to Luis Garcia. And the Saints will be in no hurry here.
Yeah, exactly. I would expect that they're gonna just hold the ball until Weiser comes out of that defense.
As Garcia passes it back and forth from right to left, waiting for the defense to open up, as the ball goes now down to the corner to Payton, to Gaspari, back to Garcia, who just got it over Davis, and Mitchell for 3. He's got it.
He's had a really good shooting second half, and then coupled with the fact that they put Mitchell on Druckenmiller when he got hot from out, that kind of slowed things down from outside for Weiser too. So good game by Mitchell so far.
McKenzie drives it again, and he's fouled once more. Casey Jack will pick up his third foul. 7 fouls now for the Saints. 3 for the Scouts, as McKenzie will take the first attempt, and he's got it. .6:11 remaining here at Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium on the campus of Berks Catholic High School. McKenzie's second shot is good. He cuts it to a 6-point lead. As Mitchell will bring it up court this time.
Now they're in the trap, trying to get some kind of change in momentum.
Garcia can't get it to go. Payton battling Plummer for the rebound. Plummer recovers, gets it off to McKenzie, and the Scouts will come up court. Try to cut into this lead a little bit more as McKenzie dribbles around the point, gets it off to Shaquem Davis. Davis back to McKenzie for 3. It's good.
I'll tell you what, he's had a great shooting night. Alex McKenzie, not really known as being a three-point guy, but he's knocked him down tonight, that's for sure.
He just cut the lead in half. It's a 3-point game here with 5 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Casey Jacks lays it off for Payton. He finishes strong, and it's a 5-point lead.
Beautiful way to beat that press. Just put it right to the free throw line. Luke Payton cutting to the basket. Easy 2 points. Looks like somebody's got maybe a cut or something.
He's got some blood on his jersey. He's got some blood on the back of his jersey. They'll have to take care of that.
Yeah, I think it's Alex McKenzie maybe. He's actually been bleeding. Somebody bled on him. Good observation by the fans over there, saying it was somebody bleeding on him, not blood from himself.
Well, it's hard to get that blood stain on the back of your numbers there, on your back of your jersey.
Yeah, unless somebody like jabs you with something, but I don't think that's happening out there, or is it?
Well, there have been some battles out there between these teams tonight, as McKenzie's been battling hard against Casey Jack, and we've seen Garcia going up against Davis, and that's been a great matchup to watch tonight. As McKenzie now inbounds the basketball to Davis, and we're back to play. Garcia on Davis as we approach 5 minutes remaining in the game. McKenzie with the basketball, covered tightly by Kyron Mitchell.
Berks Catholic really extending that defense out to try and stop any three-point attempts.
Here's Davis now, pick set by Plummer. He loses the basketball, but McKenzie's there to recover it. And he dribbles around the three-point line. And a double dribble is called against McKenzie.
Yeah, a little bit of a very interesting call there. I didn't really see it, but and neither did Coach Harrison.
Casey Jack checks back in. They took care of the blood on his back. You can't even notice that it was there.
Yeah, good move by getting Druckenmiller back in there.
And we'll see the Scouts continuing on with this 2-3 zone defense. Gaspari thinks about it. Gets it into Casey Jack, who finds Peyton cutting to the basket, and he lays it in for two.
That is just textbook high-low post offense right there. Beautiful.
Here's McKenzie now going up against Mitchell. And Matt Knoll gets the basketball. Davis now dribbling around, driving the lane. Floater, gets it to go.
Very impressed with Shaquem Davis tonight.
Garcia gets it off to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Garcia. Knoll covering Gaspari as Gaspari gets it underneath to Peyton. Peyton back to Gaspari.
Yeah, BC in no hurry here. I mean, unless it's a good shot, I don't see him releasing the basketball, but there's Gaspari, and he made it.
He gets it to go again.
Has he missed a three-pointer? Incredible.
He is on fire tonight. McKenzie drives, and he's fouled on the play by Kyron Mitchell. He'll take 2 free throws. Important free throws here. The clock stopped. We're down by 8 here at Berks Catholic, and McKenzie gets the first one to go.
Yeah, this is where having only 3 fouls is not a good thing for Conrad Weiser, because, you know, they've got to try and get some turnovers and or, you know, miss free throw attempts.
The second attempt here off the front of the rim. McKenzie tries to follow his rebound.
Good.
Matt Knoll with the recovery. Druckenmiller settles it, gets it back out to Knoll. Knoll to Davis. Back to Knoll. There's McKenzie driving the lane again. Mitchell draws a charge, and it'll be Saints basketball.
You know, I may not know how to use a fork, but I don't agree with that call whatsoever. But, you know, it is what it is. And obviously Coach Harrison was a bit, I think, peeved at that one too. But, you know.
That was a tough one to take for the Scouts, but turn the page here, stop the Saints here on defense, and get back into this game as there's Gaspari for 3 again. Can't get it to go off the front of the rim as Druckenmiller rebounds it and gets it to McKenzie. And we'll see if that basketball finds its way to Drew Druckenmiller for 3. Instead, it's McKenzie, air ball, and Davis tries to get it to go off Garcia, but it hits the baseline, and it'll be Saints basketball.
Yeah, good hustle there by Davis, trying to do what he could. Looks like Coach Harrison calls timeout here. He has a few words to the official as we go to timeout.
The Saints will be at home this Thursday.
Our friends at Sporty Fox support all the LL Loops Berks Beat broadcasts. Anywhere, anytime. Download the Sporty Fox app at the App Store for free today. Alvernia University is responsible to produce this broadcast for LL Hoops. Thanks so much to Alvernia for all your support in bringing Berks League basketball to the fans of Berks County.
And we're coming back here from 30-second timeout taken by the Scouts. The score 54-47 in favor of Berks Catholic. 2 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. 8 fouls for the Saints, 4 fouls for the Scouts, and Berks Catholic basketball as Garcia will bring it up court for the Saints. Conrad Weiser still electing to stay in the 2-3 zone defense.
Yeah, they won't be in there for long, that's for sure.
Down 7 points here, and Berks Catholic completely content to hold on to it until they have to get rid of it. As now Mitchell goes to Peyton, Peyton over to Garcia. Garcia to Jack, back to Garcia.
Yeah, they're going to have to come out and get him.
They have to extend that zone defense a little bit as Garcia is taking on Druckenmiller. Here comes McKenzie to put on the pressure. Davis as well. Mitchell is fouled on the play.
Coach Billy Harrison there for Conrad Weiser imploring his team to foul somebody there to, keep things moving along. But, yeah, they're not in a good position at this particular point. Down 7 points, 2:11 to go. They still have 2 fouls to give.
And the pass comes into Garcia, who will take his time getting that ball across half court. Covered here by Gigi Montanar, who reaches in and causes the foul here.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a couple of quick fouls to get, BC at the line so that they can, get them to release the basketball.
And a 30-second timeout here taken by Berks Catholic.
What tremendous support Daryl Tillman and Remax of Reading does for LL Hoops Berks League basketball. Thank you, Daryl, and thank you, Remax of Reading. And Reading Alloys, lots of good jobs available out at Reading Alloys. Call 610-693-5822 and ask for Alexia.
And Mitchell inbounds it now to Garcia as we approach 2 minutes. 7-point lead for Berks Catholic. Casey Jack with the basketball, finds Garcia. He drives to the basket, lays it in, and extends the lead for the Saints.
Yeah, good move there. I mean, he saw the lane open and took advantage of it. Wow.
Gigi Montanard answers with a lay-in and the foul. He'll try to attempt the complete the three-point play.
Well, I mean, you can't go tit for tat here. I mean, Conrad Weiser's going to need some turnovers, and they're going to need some missed free throws on Berks Catholic's part to get back in this game.
As Montanard's free throw attempt off the back of the rim, rebounded by Casey Jack, and Hill thought about getting it deep to Gaspari, breaking towards the basket, but decided to hold on to it and chew some clock here at the end of the game. As Mitchell brings it out, finds Gaspari underneath, lays it in. And the pace of play definitely picking up here as it's desperate times for the Scouts. Davis loses the handle. And we have a timeout called by Coach Billy Harrison.
BC substitution number 5, Terrence Tyler. Attacking for the Scouts, number 24, Drew Druckenmiller.
1 minute, 16 seconds remaining here. 58-49 the score. 9-point lead here for Berks Catholic. Berks Catholic with 9 fouls. The Scouts with 6. As Conrad Weiser is looking for some answers during this timeout to come back into this game, as time is the enemy here as we approach the end of this game. And we're ready to break here from the timeouts. We'll see what Coach Harrison drew up here for his Scouts, as it will be Berks Catholic basketball underneath. Oh, Garcia tricked me there. I thought it was Scouts basketball, but Garcia went to inbounds it, and instead it's Weiser basketball. They called the timeout.
Funny how that happens, huh?
And Matt Knoll inbounds it, gets it off, and here we go. Down to the wire.
Well, they gotta get some shot up here quickly.
As Knoll has it, makes a move on Jack, dribbles around the perimeter, pulls up, can't get the shot off. Plummer, and here's the shot now from Knoll.
Oh.
Can't get it to go, but we have
a travel
on the play. The referee paused like he was going to call a foul there, and then once the play stopped, he decided it was a travel. And Berks Catholic inbounds it to Garcia. We're under a minute to play. And the Scouts don't appear like they're going to foul here. Garcia with some nice moves, gets it to Payton. He finishes the play and extends the lead to 11. As we're here with 35 seconds, Alex McKenzie's layup is no good. We got a pushing foul here. We'll see who the foul's on. 33. That's on Jake Plummer. Wow. It will be Berks Catholic basketball, and that should do it.
Well, you know, you got to give all the credit in the world to Conrad Weiser. I mean, they came in here tonight and just would not be denied underneath the basket. They hit some big, you know, shots from out. Druckenmiller was hot from three-point range there to start, you know, the second half. But you know what? When Nick Gaspari came into the game in the third quarter for Berks Catholic, really kind of lit a spark under the team, hit some big three-point shots, played well on defense, and Nick Gaspari is going to be our LL Hoops Berks Beat Player of the Game, and we'll have some words with Nick, you know, down on the court after the game.
Well-deserved, great performance by him off the bench as Terrence Durr makes the free throw. And Kyron Mitchell will check back in, relieving Durr. 31.5 seconds remaining, 62-49 the score in favor of Berks Catholic as Alex McKenzie brings the ball up court, takes a deep three, can't get it to go, rebounded by Garcia, and that will do it. BC will hold on to the basketball as Garcia dribbles it around midcourt. And
62-49. Wow. I mean, I can't believe how quickly, you know, Berks Catholic pulled away. But, boy, give the Saints all the credit in the world. They wouldn't be denied and did what they had to do to win tonight.
Yep, Conrad Weiser played with a lot of heart, came out strong early, and looked to be the better team in the early going. But Berks Catholic answered again when Nick Gaspari came in and kind of took over the offense, hit a couple of threes to get them back into the game and take the lead as we approached halftime. And then out of halftime, Gaspari continued to find shooting from the perimeter and led this Saints team to victory off the bench. And Bruce is on his way now down to the court to have some words with Nick Gaspari, who will be the player of the game. And just a few moments here while Bruce gets everything organized here for his interview with the player of the game, Nick Gaspari. As the crowd files out of Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium again. Berks Catholic with the victory in exciting fashion as the game was close until the end in the fourth quarter. Berks Catholic separated from Conrad Weiser and closed out the game. As Bruce makes his way to half court. We are ready to send it down to Bruce, who is with Nick Gaspari. Take it away, Bruce.
Congratulations, Nick. You know, you came off the bench in the second half. You hit some three-pointers. You sparked that defensive effort. You know, you guys were down by as much as 9 points. I mean, what was said in there to get you guys back in the game?
I mean, we just knew we had to play harder. In the first half, they were beating us loose balls, and they were doing the little things to beat us. And we just needed to step up intensity, defensively, pretty much in every aspect of the game. We needed to step up.
Well, you know, you guys have played a killer schedule all around the state of Pennsylvania. now you're back in Berks here and got to take care of business. Not only here with the Section 2 title, but you got, a county tournament title that set to defend. What are you guys looking forward to as you come down the stretch?
I mean, we're taking it one game at a time. We just got to play together, take it one game at a time, and the fact that we need to play defensively hard, offensively, we need to get loose balls and stuff like that. We just need to take care of business night in and night out.
Well, listen, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great effort, and we look forward to seeing you down the stretch. We're actually going to be doing the game on the 25th with Why I'm Missing. So thanks so much, all right?
Thank you.
Special thanks again to player of the game, Nick Gaspari. Some critical three-point shots to give Berks Catholic the lead and hold it here as the game ended. Great performance again by the team as a whole. Luis Garcia with some great defense and great offensive performance for the Saints. Hats off again to the Conrad Weiser Scouts who battled all night. Just couldn't come away with a victory as the Saints pulled away late. And for special thanks go out to Louis Galan, our producer, Nick Fucci, our cameraman, our guest cameraman, Tom Klitsch, and Bruce Badgley, who's back with me now after the interview with Nick Gaspari.
Wow, what a great kid. I'll tell you what, he played awfully well out there tonight. And, this Berks Catholic team, you just can't say enough for the fact that, when the chips were down, they really put things together. They played some really stifling defense. But the big thing is they really shot well the second half. And our player of the game, Nick Gaspari, had a lot to do with that.
Our next action will come to you live on BCTV January 17th, this Thursday, as Daniel Boone takes on Muhlenberg at Muhlenberg High School. Bruce and I will be on the call, and we'll bring it to you live again from BCTV.
Wow.
An exciting special broadcast on BCTV. It'll be our second one of the year, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, that should be, pretty interesting. Muhlenberg was really number 2 in the district. They've fallen on a little bit of hard times, but, we'll see if they can right the ship this Thursday, against Daniel Boone in another, Section 1 matchup for us. And, we've done games there at Muhlenberg, previously this year, so it should be a lot of fun.
Some sharp shooters on that Muhlenberg team, and we'll get to see Daniel Boone for the first time and bring that to the public and show off some more Berks County basketball from Muhlenberg High School. For Bruce Badgley, I'm James Hine, thanking you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening.